couple from Chicago is on a mission to educate others about the harmful effects of cyberbullying. Rob and Rose Bronstein created the nonprofit Buckets Over Bullying after losing their 15-year-old son, Nate.
Rob and Rose are with us in the studio this morning to tell us more. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. And Buckets Over Bullying, just kind of tell us a bit about the efforts.
We started Buckets Over Bullying to honor the memory of our son, Nate, whom we lost to cyberbullying. January 13th of 2022, we lost him to suicide. And we started Buckets Over Bullying to honor his memory and his legacy. He loved basketball, and so we decided to use basketball as a means to reach teens, tweens, and parents to heighten awareness of the dangers of cyberbullying.
And Rob, he attended Latin school, and there was this bullying that was going on, and you guys say the school really didn't do a good job of making you aware of what was happening, and it's really an issue. I think when we were all growing up, bullying happened in the hallways, and a lot of times an adult or a teacher would see it. Nowadays, it happens on a phone, and you may not have any idea that your child's being bullied.
You know, that's exactly right. And in fact, you know, our son went to the school, to the dean of students, and they didn't tell us. We didn't actually find out about the vicious bullying and cyberbullying until several weeks after he had passed, which is why so much of what we've done in the past nearly 2 years is educating parents, educating young people. We've worked with the Illinois General Assembly to strengthen the bullying protection laws in the last session, and we're working on several pieces of legislation for the upcoming legislative session. We also partnered with Disparity Law to offer pro bono legal support to victims of bullying and cyberbullying across the state, because unfortunately it has gotten to the point where people can't necessarily rely on other parents, they can't rely on the schools, and sometimes it's necessary to go to that level. So really everything that we're doing is about making sure that other families don't go through what we did, whether it's education so it doesn't happen at all, or giving people the tools to protect themselves when it does happen.
Yeah, and you mentioned parents. What is it that you want parents to know, parents to do?
Oh, there's so many things I want parents to do and parents to know. First of all, make sure that your school community has proper bullying policies in place, and that they're clear and concise, and that your school is following those bullying policies. The other thing that I want parents to be aware of is that when your child is on a social media platform that is unmonitored, there are a lot of dangers that they are exposed to all the time. Cyberbullying, hate speech, predation, the sale of fentanyl-laced pills, which we're losing a lot of children to. And then also, I'm asking parents to please, 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 when you are approached by another parent whose child is being bullied and you are being told your child is harming my child on social media, please do not ignore that parent. Please be open to the idea that your child could be harming another child through social media. Because if parents don't come together and work together to combat this problem, we're going to continue to have more and more tragedy.
It's such a great point. I mean, people want to be protective of their own child. They want to think the best of their own child. And in many cases, a child who is doing the bullying may not realize the effect that it's having.
Yeah, I mean, when people hide behind a screen, adults as well, it's very different. We partnered with a group out of California called the Organization for Social Media Safety, and they have an educational curriculum, and we've actually now brought it to Chicago, and as of a couple weeks ago, we've completed education for just under 4,000 students in the Chicago area. We want to see that ramp up significantly, and that's precisely the kind of things they talk about, which is, again, you may not realize what you send, how it may be received on the other end.
Yeah, and we should mention there is a lawsuit pending against Latin School. The school has traditionally not commented on that lawsuit, but we appreciate you all honoring Nate's memory and helping the rest of us parents understand the potential dangers out there. So thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for
For
having us.
more information, you can head to bucketsoverbullying.com. You can also follow the organization on social media. And if you or somebody you know is in crisis, you can call or text the National Lifeline at 988. Again, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.